I want to stress the unfair difference between your mind and your body within the matrix. One isn't bound to the matrix, and the other is a slave to it. Please understand that good health happens in your mind in a blip of a second, whereas healing takes your body quite a while. For example, say that you sit at work. The pressure is unbelievable. The boss wants you in his office with a report within an hour. You slept badly last night because your baby is teething. He has his own agenda, as does the rest of the beings on this planet, and he doesn't consider the stress you have at work at this time of the year. And moreover, the young student who normally visits around lunchtime with 3 types of sandwiches in a giant basket didn't show up today for some reason. You are stressed, tired and hungry. Then a random Zebekiko song of Dimitris Mitropoulos starts to play in the internal speakers, and although your office is in New York City, in 1 second you find yourself in the small tavern you discovered and absolutely loved in Naxos during your last summer holiday in the Greek islands. Suddenly you are there with a half glass of ouzo or retsina and a few buttons of your shirt open just because of the sudden warm evening breeze. You imagine yourself dancing on the veranda of this magical tavern, stumbling in a heavy Zebekiko steps as prescribed in this type of drunken dance, and aware of the open calm ocean and its soft waves almost reaching the tavern. Manolis, the owner, keeps sending you small cubes of feta and black calamatas to your table. The songs keep changing, but the rhythm stays, and so does your partner who dances close to you, and from time to time rests their hands on your hips with a tender, loving touch. You feel alive and happy in these moments. You swear that you are the most fortunate being on this earth, and between you and me, you absolutely are. The next moment, the speakers in the office abruptly introduce Britney Spears with "Oops, I did it again," and indeed, oops, you are back in New York in a millisecond. But now you feel far less stressed, not so tired anymore, and for a strange reason, less hungry. Now, how long did it take you to get to Greece, to your most favorite tavern ever? 1 second. And the way back? Probably half a second. And in reality, that's a completely different story. You need to save for a while to have the money for this trip. Send your leave application to HR in your office, then book the tickets. And if you don't hold a second passport, a Greek passport, then you should also check the tedious process in regard to the visa. Then the taxi to the airport, the long line in front of your airline counter, the security check, and the heated argument about the deodorant until obviously you are the first one to squint and lose. Then the endless flight with 3 connections, duty-free shops in 3 languages that offer what you absolutely don't need and for scandalous prices, delayed departures and pilots who speak into the intercom and sound like they are having a Swedish massage while kindly delivering their short speech, all while you're painfully squeezed between your partner and a big guy who insists on using the entire shared arm set, just praying the airplane will finally take off. Then you arrive to Greece. Loud, long border control lines, immigration officers with poker faces, and loud and intrusive taxi drivers that surround you once you have escaped the terminal. Then a long drive to Piraeus Harbor, usually via Thessaloniki, just because you are a tourist and the drivers are far from being fools. A few hours of waiting for the ferry because of the weather, so they say. What weather? The sky is blue. Then many hours of sailing with at least 20 babies crying in each corner of the ferry, and kids who are loudly chasing one another with no apparent logic to an external observer. Then when you finally arrive to the lovely Cyclades Islands, and to this island in particular, the Naxos drivers and the seagulls are all over you. You choose one driver to go with and one seagull to win half of your sandwich, and arrive completely exhausted to your hotel that looks surprisingly different than in your brochure. You have a shower and go to sleep, skipping dinner. You are so tired. The following night, you find your way to Manolis' tavern, and the rest is history. Now, did you follow the plot? Pretty exhausting, even just to listen to it, right? Let alone to live it. Do you realize how many dozens of hours it took you to get to Manolis' tavern? Let alone the inconvenience you had to go through and the financial expenses. And do you remember how long it took you to get to this one Zebekiko dance when you used your mind? Exactly. 1 second, free of charge. The matrix is bound to space and time. Your mind is not. Now, do you understand? Now that you are experiencing cancer, I'd like you to travel to well-being in no time and without moving from your bed. Your I am healthy state of mind will take place immediately. No mountains on your way back to your insular island, oasis of peace, of beautiful good health. No traveling time, no border control, and no visa. Your mind will take you to wellness instantly, in no time and no space, and your body and the entire reality will follow. Hence, as I explained repeatedly in other videos, the medics will work, or as they choose to call it, fight against your cancer. And you will again and again, at least 20 or 30 times a day, engage in short meditations, being in perfect health. Just be there again and again. Train your brain. Get used to these leaps of faith, spending a few minutes each time in the land of perfect health, happiness, and peace. And the body, your body, will follow. Remember, wherever the mind goes, the body follows. You create sickness and health with your thoughts. Be in health, and your body will follow. Be in health, and your body will heal. You will not heal. Your body will take its time to heal. You will be healthy. Imagine yourself completely healthy. Feel completely healthy again and again, with many short reminders of a few minutes each throughout the day, as often as possible.